How does this work? What are you doing?
All right. So, hi, I'm Scott. So what we're doing is we're practicing Tantra. And one of the key things that most people don't realize is that orgasm is different from the traditional release that comes from climax. And so when you're able to separate these things, instead of having the traditional trajectory where you kind of get excited and then climax and then go to sleep, you're able to have an experience where you can keep going and you can start having multiple experiences. And when you start doing this for hours at a time, it builds and builds and builds. And then when you decide to have a climax, you might come down to here, but you're in an orgasmic state that can then last for a long time. So then it'll start kind of going down again, so you can eat and play and then make love and bring it back up again and so forth. And you can stay in this state.
Okay, I get this from the woman's point of view, from Melanie's point of view. I've got my head around that one. From your point of view, because there is that ultimate moment, you're not doing that for 18 hours, are you? I mean, you'd be an empty shell.
But that's the thing. That's what you got to realize is there's two different things. So you can actually have a full body, completely ecstatic, blissful orgasm that's actually more powerful than anything you've done before without the traditional release and the drain of energy.
Okay.
Because it's against two separate things.
Go on, Melanie.
We practice Tantra, which helps us to pull the sexual energy up our bodies and to re-energize ourselves. So actually, the longer we make love, the more energized we get, both of us.
She could be going to sleep at 10, and by dawn, we're like, wow!
Yeah, I can be sleepy at the beginning, and he encourages me to keep going, and then I just keep getting more energized every time, and we can still be going by morning.
It works the same for guys. Guys can do the same thing that women can do.
Okay, Can I just ask you, what does it feel like? I mean, does it feel the same as a normal orgasm that somebody may have, or is it a different feeling to that?
It's much more powerful and more intense, and it's a full body experience. Yeah. So, I mean, it might be kind of crazy. You've seen low-level experiences or low-level orgasms just from hugging and kind of getting the process going, but it gets really crazy after
we've actually got
I mean, you must drive your neighbours bonkers.
We are shocked that they have not called the cops on us yet.
I'm very surprised.
We do live in a house with lots of privacy.
Are you not tempted? Have you never burst out laughing?
Huh?
Have you never just burst out laughing?
Oh, yeah. The thing about
time.
Tantra is we experience all of our emotions in lovemaking. So we laugh at ourselves, we cry, we rage, we do everything because that's what we're doing is in order to do this kind of thing, you have to be open and be connected with your emotions and your feelings and your channel so that you can feel the energy moving through your body. And that's what makes it kind of a spiritual practice as well as just an orgasmic one.
I giggle during lovemaking all the time. It totally is an orgasmic experience as well.
I mean, yes, clearly. But there's something else that's very interesting here, is that you don't necessarily have to be together to make this work, because this is an energy exchange. Am I right in thinking you can be in separate rooms and do this?
Yeah. So, first of all, we can feel each other even when we're apart. And second of all, we can orgasm all by ourselves just through breathing and feeling orgasm with God. So just taking in the energy that surrounds us and just pulling it into our bodies.
Melanie,
and
how do you switch it off then? If you can just feel this energy from anywhere, what happens if you're in a supermarket and suddenly you start getting this energy in? I mean, has it ever happened to you in an inappropriate place?
Well, first of all, I don't really feel like any place is inappropriate. Second of all, it's a conscious thing. Yeah. So Tantra teaches us to be conscious about it, so we get to choose to do it. It doesn't happen to us, we choose it.
You can tone it down, or, so it could be a low-level vibration. We could even be doing that now without, it being too crazy.
Sometimes.
Just a little bit. But then, and then we can rev it up. And yeah, if we're like at the really high intense states, then I'm not really functional. But it only gets that intense, about once a month because we can't
bearing in
schedule
mind-
12-hour, 18-hour experiences.
This has been one of my favourite interviews ever. Just gonna point that out. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not sure I've asked everything I need to know.
No, we've got thousands of things we
I'll call
still
you,
have to.
I'll call you.
I've only got halfway through this. Thank you, guys.
Oh, so brilliant. Thank you.
Ecstatichearts.com if you want to learn how to do it.
Okay. Oh,
Thanks.
there you go.
Just write that down. Oh, right.
Still to come.
Oh my God.